Ever been let down by someone who swears they'll change, only to do the exact same thing again? That moment when their promises sound empty and déjà vu hits hard. Today, we're unpacking 9 classic excuses people lean on when real change isn't actually happening. These phrases might sound harmless or even hopeful, but beneath them lie patterns that rarely shift. Stick around, because understanding these excuses could save you a lot of time, heartache, and maybe even help you decide when to walk away. 1. I'll start tomorrow. Let's be honest, who hasn't said they'll tackle something tomorrow? On the surface, it signals intention. But when that line becomes a go-to, it's more smoke than substance. It's like watching someone play a looping trailer for change, but the full movie never comes out. Each tomorrow pushes action further away, making change feel as distant as ever. In a relationship or a team, this just means expectations are postponed, but disappointments pile up. That constant deferral often reveals readiness doesn't exist. If change were genuine, you'd hear, "I'm getting started today, not tomorrow." So when you sense that pattern, it's worth asking, what's stopping today? Recognizing this excuse early can help you see whether words are hollow or hinting at real effort beneath. 2. I'm too busy right now. We all have packed schedules between work, family, errands, and the little accidents of life. But when "I'm too busy" becomes the standard answer to meaningful change, that's a red flag. Priorities speak louder than calendars. If a shift is essential, even a busy person will carve time for it. Think of it like planting seeds. If you find a spare minute for your phone or social media scrolling, you can find one for growth too. When someone repeatedly hides behind their schedule, you learn that change isn't a priority. Compassion helps, but clarity matters more. It's okay to be too busy, but it's also okay to wonder whether they want to change. 3. It's just the way I am. This line sounds like self-acceptance, but often it's shorthand for resistance. "That's just how I am" dismisses any possibility of growth, evolution, or effort. But here's the truth: brains are adaptable. We can grow well into adulthood. That's called neuroplasticity. Yes, our brains can change. When someone leans on this excuse, they're ignoring their potential to evolve. They're locking themselves into a static mold they don't even have to stay in. People who believe they can improve are already halfway there. Clinging to "the way I am" stops them from making small, meaningful changes and keeps everyone else stuck in the same cycle. 4. I've tried that before. This one feels different. It sounds like they've put in effort. But often it means they tried briefly, gave up, and concluded failure. It's a convenient way to shut down suggestions without really engaging. Did they fully commit? For how long? Did they ask for help? Real change isn't a one-and-done deal. It involves trying, failing, adjusting, persevering, even asking others for support. So when you hear, "I've tried that before," don't take it at face value. It might be frustration or fear disguised as an excuse. Learn more details. How long did you try? What helped or blocked you? That can show whether that excuse is cover for genuine struggle or a boundary hiding resistance. 5. I don't have the resources. Sometimes it's time, money, energy, or emotional bandwidth. Change can demand more than what someone thinks they can give. But often, transformation requires creativity, not luxury. Ever watched someone create something beautiful from scraps? Real change can start small. When "I don't have the resources" becomes the default response, it often shows a lack of willingness, not lack of means. Yes, resources matter, but so does resourcefulness. People who embrace change often find ways to begin even when budgets, schedules, or energy are tight. If someone can't even explore the possibility, that speaks louder than "I'd do it if things were easier." 6. It's too hard. Yes, change can be tough. Pushes us beyond comfort. It demands courage, grit, and resilience. When someone says it's too hard, it can be a genuine plea for support or a signal they'd rather stay stuck. It's like standing at the base of a mountain and choosing to stay in the valley. That moment can be an invitation to walk with them, holding their hand and reminding them growth happens one step at a time. But if too hard, is repeated again and again without effort to inch forward, that's more than fatigue. It might mean they've resigned themselves to where they are, making the climb seem impossible. True change rarely feels easy, but it starts with willingness. 7. What's the point? This one hints at deeper despair or helplessness. Sometimes change feels meaningless, like shifting sand. When someone asks, "What's the point?" they're not doubting the possibility of change, they're doubting its value. That kind of defeat can kill both motivation and vision. But when you have purpose, every effort matters. If someone can't see what their future might look like, or the benefit of trying, they may need a reminder of their worth, direction, or the impact beyond their pain. Conversations that explore purpose, what could life feel like if you did try, can reframe their view. Without that, no point becomes a wall built from invisible bricks. 8. I'm not ready yet. Readiness is tricky. Sometimes you only become ready once you take a step. It's like learning to swim, you don't learn before you're in the water. When "I'm not ready yet" keeps resurfacing, it may just mean fear is holding the pen, writing delay instead of action. Encouragement, small goals, and gentle nudges can help. But if someone clings to that excuse indefinitely, that's not readiness, that's avoidance. Asking, "What tiny step could you take right now?" helps break the stall. Real readiness often grows in motion, not before it, a truth worth remembering if stagnation feels comfortable. 9. I don't need to change. This is the most definitive excuse: refusal. It's not procrastination, distraction, or denial. It's belief that change isn't necessary. And that can be the most stagnant spot of all. Even strengths can become limitations when nobody sees room for growth. When someone says, "I don't need to change," it's time to ask what they see as non-negotiable, and how they feel those beliefs serve them and others. That resistance often hurts what they care about most. Growth starts when someone finally acknowledges that a single mindset or behavior isn't serving their future. Refusal, wrapped in certainty, is change's dead end. Which of these excuses hit close to home, for yourself or someone you know? Share your thoughts or stories in the comments. If this video helped you spot patterns you hadn't noticed, tap that like button, subscribe for more honest insights, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a moment of growth. Remember, recognizing the excuse is the first step toward real change. Thanks for watching. Stay thoughtful, stay growing. See you next time.